So welcome back, my magnificent weirdos. Pull up a chair made of existential crisis and lean in close because today we're not sugarcoating a damn thing. We're talking about the pointlessness of the grind, the hollow ring of the American dream, and what happens when meaning gets lost. Somewhere between your last W-2 and a stolen pair of socks. This isn't motivational, it's just honest. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. I've always had this little problem, long before I pitched my first tarp or kissed a library wall for shade. It's not a new ailment, not something I caught in the alleys or nursed through winter's wet cough. No, it's older than that. It's the creeping suspicion that this whole thing, the way we're told to live life, clock in, smile through it, buy things, save up for a cruise we'll sleep through, call it happiness, might just be meaningless. I used to run restaurants, managing chaos with a headset and a spreadsheet smile. The fryer would break, 3 people would call in sick, and a customer would throw a ketchup packet like it was a hand grenade. And still, I'd keep the gears turning. Inventory, schedules, fake laughs for regional managers. I was good at it, but I'd stand in that walk-in cooler, hands braced on wire shelves, and wonder what the hell I was doing. What was I building? What mattered? They said if I played my cards right, I could retire at 67, buy an RV, and drive in slow circles till I died. That was the prize, and I thought, really? That's it? They call it the American dream, but it always felt more like a collective hallucination. Everyone pretending it mattered. Everyone competing for the newest thing that would break in a year. You work to buy food to fuel your body, so you can work to buy food to fuel your body. It's like a hamster wheel dipped in Nutella, sweet, pointless, and sticky with existential dread. And maybe this broke in me early because I knew I couldn't have kids. Found that out young. Doctor said it like it was a weather report. Clear skies, no sperm. I didn't cry. I just blinked and watched a future I didn't know I wanted sort of vanish, like fog burned off by indifference. Suddenly the grind lost its gears. What was I working for? A better couch? A kitchen island? The approval of other people dying the same way I was? And then there was love, or, what passed for it in that chapter. We didn't scream at each other, didn't hurl plates or hide resentment in Tupperware. It was good until it wasn't. Until one day the laughter didn't echo, and I was brushing my hair beside someone who wasn't really there anymore. And then she was gone, and I was still there, loving an empty spot in the bed like it was going to answer me back. So I quit. The job, the apartment, the idea that staying put meant stability. I started to roam, hit the road like a pilgrim with a debit card and a playlist. I wanted to see if meaning was maybe hiding in motion, if stillness was the enemy. I climbed rocks, hiked deserts, danced in rain, made friends who vanished by morning, ate breakfast alone in towns that didn't know my name. I even jumped out of a perfectly good airplane, which is either symbolic or just really bad judgment. I crossed states like they were chapters, tried on lives like they were thrift store jackets. And somewhere in that blur, wham, the major depressive disorder hit, like an old friend with a bad haircut. Not sudden, not violent, just there, slowing everything down, tinting every color a little too gray. You don't always feel sad with MDD. Sometimes you just feel hollow, like the scaffolding is still up, but the building's been gutted. And then I found homelessness, or it found me. I didn't fall. I drifted. I stopped renewing leases. I stopped pretending I could be that version of myself. At first, it was kind of romantic. Backpack, road, horizon. Call me Kerouac, call me a ghost. But then the novelty dies, and you realize the price of freedom is a kind of spiritual frostbite. You get colder in places a blanket can't touch. Now I live in a tent, or wherever I can tuck away and not get ticketed. I carry my life in bags, measure my worth in ounces and battery percentage. I walk past people like a shadow they pretend not to see, and I get it. I wouldn't look at me either. I've got that smell of someone who's no longer trying to return to the party. But here's the thing they don't tell you. The hardest part of being homeless isn't the hunger or the cold or even the public restrooms. It's the solitude. It's the way your phone doesn't ring, the way eye contact becomes a rare currency, the way silence stops being peaceful and starts sounding like a verdict. I'm not lonely because I'm unloved. I'm lonely because I'm unseen. And that's the kicker. When I was housed and jobbed and smiled on cue, I was still alone in many ways. But now there's no illusion to hide behind. There's no friend dropping by, no lover brushing past with a knowing grin. Just me, my thoughts, and the crickets who haven't yet filed a restraining order. I can adapt. Humans always do. I know how to patch a tarp, how to cook beans in silence, how to disappear when someone walks by. But what I can't adapt to, what really sucks, is the absence of possibility, the total evaporation of maybe. Maybe she'll love me, maybe we'll get coffee, maybe I'll text someone and they'll text back. Maybe I'll sit with a friend and laugh at a movie. Neither of us really understood. Those maybes are gone. They got lost somewhere between the library and the overpass. And that hurts more than cold, more than hunger. It's a kind of emotional scurvy. You lose the vitamin of connection and start to rot from the inside. I miss love, not just romance, but the whole damn constellation. The late night conversations, the slow fade of hands finding each other without thinking, the weird joy of sharing silence. I miss being close to someone in that way that says, I know you, I see you, you matter. Now I have my routines. I wake up, check my gear, walk to a bathroom if I'm lucky. I go to the library where I pretend to be researching something, but I'm really just borrowing the illusion of belonging. I sit in shade because the sun doesn't care if you're poor, it burns just the same. I make up stories in my head, whole worlds where I matter. Sometimes I'm a hero, sometimes I just have a couch and someone waiting for me to come home. Other times I just disappear, poof, nobody notices, nobody asks, and somehow that hurts less than hoping someone will. I used to think maybe this was a phase, that I'd get tired of this freedom and want back in, but freedom without hope is just another kind of prison. A prettier one, sure, with a better view, but still bars. And yet, I keep going, not because I believe in redemption or fate or whatever new age slogan is trending. I keep going because of that Dylan Thomas line. You know the one. Do not go gentle into that good night. I rage against the dying of the light, because what else is there? I refuse to let the silence win. Sometimes I laugh, not the joyful kind, but that hollow gallows chuckle that says, I see the absurdity, and I'm still here. That laugh is my battle cry. That laugh is my middle finger to a system that treats people like produce, valuable until they start to spoil. And I still notice beauty. That's the weird part. A cloud shaped like a swan, a kid laughing at their own echo, a stranger handing a sandwich to someone who forgot how to say thank you. These little moments that feel like kindness punching through the fog. I don't believe in the old gods anymore, not the ones on money or in marble halls, but I might believe in grace, not the kind you earn, the kind that shows up anyway. I might still believe in love, in its ghost at least, in the warmth it once left in my chest like a pilot light that refuses to die. And if this is my life now, this half-visible patchwork kind of living, then so be it. I'll write my name in dirt. I'll leave stories in the wind. I'll be the man under the tarp who still believes, however foolishly, that connection is not a luxury but a human right. So what now? I don't have an answer. Just more miles, more monologues, more waiting for a sunrise that doesn't come with a guarantee. But maybe, that's enough. Maybe meaning isn't something you find. Maybe it's something you bleed into the ground, hoping it'll grow. And if someone out there hears this, if you're sitting in a house that doesn't feel like home, wearing a name that doesn't fit anymore, just know this. You're not alone in feeling like all this is absurd. You're not broken for wanting more than a paycheck and a Netflix subscription. You're not wrong for missing love, or aching in silence, or screaming into a pillow that never answers back. We're all just trying to find a reason. Some of us lost ours, some of us never had one, but we keep walking, keep whispering our stories to cracked concrete and indifferent skies, hoping that somewhere someone hears, and maybe that's the real dream, not America's, ours. If this hit you somewhere deep, good. That means you're still alive, still feeling, still raging into the dying of the light. And if it didn't, well, maybe let it simmer a while. I'm not here to give you hope in a bottle. I'm just handing you the truth. ragged and still warm from the road. I hope your road is a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Peace out.